video is going to be a continuation on one of my more popular YouTube videos where I talk about the swinging parallel to the line of action. So I wanted to give a deeper illustration on what this means and how it is relevant to swing path or swing direction, swing plane. So those concepts right there. So just to establish one more time, when you're hitting a golf ball, the line of action in physics for a golf shot is from basically the chest center to whatever you're trying to strike. So I've got an aim stick here in the ground to give you guys a little bit of a visual of that. It may not be perfect, but we have kind of the right idea. So the action line in golf is going to have to be parallel to that. So all the things that I do in my golf swing need to be moved in a direction. So all the things that swing, particularly one piece, which we're going to talk about in a second, needs to swing parallel to the line of action. And if you start to do this, the delivery of your golf club will be automatic on a nice plane into impact. And I'm going to illustrate this by using the Pro, because you have to understand swinging something parallel to the line of action, you actually have to be able to swing something. So when I go to the top of a golf swing, say I want to run it in here to this impact pad, if I direct my swing of my arms outward this way, then you can see where the energy transfers to, which is the Pro, it picks up the same direction. So it copies the behavior of the swing of my arms, okay? And the swing of my arms is relevant to the way that I turn my chest, which then gets driven by my lower body. So I have this chain reaction of events that needs to happen. But if I don't get my body in tilts and in positions that allow me to swing basically on this line, I'm gonna have a hard time getting my golf club to pick up a lot of speed and run into the golf ball. Now, just before I get into this demonstration, the problem with the golf club is that I can make a funny move this way and then correct it with my hands because it's rigid, which is bad news. So if I start getting into movement patterns that go the wrong direction at the wrong time, like for instance, players tend to trying to not slice it, start dropping their hands behind, and then they have to flip the golf club through. Because if I just drop my hands behind, the golf club doesn't want to swing. It doesn't want to naturally swing into the target. It's going to want to swing kind of up and out that way. Vice versa, people that tend to go over the top as they try to rotate towards the ball, the club gets in the wrong spot, so now it wants to swing in a different direction. So it has to be corrected. And so we start to see the body make all kinds of crazy compensations. But it's really simple actually. So if I just take my Pro here, I took the grip off. If I just swing this back and I intend to swing my hands parallel to that line of action, the Pro automatically runs into what I'm trying to hit. And that's an action that I want to start to get really familiar with. So if I can start understanding as I start to sequence my turn and I start to swing my arms, if my wrist joints are basically moving in the piece of the swing where the arms are picking up speed, which is right about from here to here, they're swinging freely and they're really starting to jam, that as long as that is moving parallel to the line of action, then as my arms slow down, the Pro is going to go ahead and it's going to take on a nice swing plane that kind of runs right into the target there. If I were to swing my wrist in the wrong direction, the Pro follows as it should. So you can see, anytime I move the direction in a weird spot, well, that's where the swing wants to go. But of course I can't compensate with it for this, so I rapidly get rid of those type of movements and I start to learn, oh yeah, as long as I swing and feel like my wrist joints are going down that line that's parallel to the line of action, well, then everything is good to go. And if you watch these things in slow motion, you'll see that the plane of the Pro as it comes around looks exactly what we want it to look like when we're actually striking with a golf club. So that's a super important concept. And even if you don't have a Pro, a really good thing to do is you can set up a station like this, and all you need to do is get yourself up to the top of the swing and just rehearse moving your hands down like so. So you feel as you can kind of rehearse your arm swing. As long as your arms are moving or your wrist joints are moving parallel to the line of action, and I'm not trying to maneuver the club with my hands, then this is going to want to swing and it's going to want to run right into the golf ball. So that's what it means to swing parallel to the line of action. That's a really simple guide. But in the physics of a golf swing, if the movements are parallel to the line of action, so will the swing. And that really makes getting your golf swing on plane way, way more simple. Hope you all found that educational and interesting, and we will see you all next time.